Hello, hello, everybody who's watching this. How's it going? How's it going? We got a fun one today. We are finishing the Japan Selects, and we are making a short little moments from Japan and China. So let's get situated here. This is day 2 of our consistent stream. We're doing pretty good. Moving the chat over here. Let's get Davinci back. We're so close to being finished with this project in terms of selects. Thank goodness. I just want to make sure everything's looking good here. Let's move this a little bit. That. And let's stretch. I wonder if I can just let me see. Display capture, application capture. Application, let's do Davinci Resolve. I wonder if that looks better. Let me see. This probably will look better. Something like that. Let's do something like that. Hopefully that looks good. Does that look good for you? I think that's probably cleaner. All right, so day 2, let's get after it. Let's get our music going. Always takes a little bit for me to get situated. Stefan, welcome back. Welcome back. I know there's a lot of... I know. So many. It like lags up my computer so bad. Stefan, does the Davinci look clear? It isn't blurry or anything in terms of the screen capture? Does it look good on your end? Let me know how my audio is as well. Oh. Okay, actually. Give me 1 second. We're gonna have to do this different, actually. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep it like this. Let's try a couple of different things. Music is sounding a bit high. Give me 1 second. Audio's good, okay. In that case, let's move this over a little bit here. Does that look better? Is it still low res, or does that look better? let me know on that one. Alright, let's get going here. We're so close to the end, so we have this to get through and then we're done. And there's some really nice clips in here that I wanted to show as well. From Tokyo. This is kind of where the fun days really kicked in here. So let's go through. Let's go through this. This is how I kind of go through my selects. Okay, so this street was really cool. It's called Amodi Yokocho. Really bad pronunciation on that, but it was a very cool street. Our goal for today. Okay, cool. I think that's the best that we're gonna be able to do. I need to figure out how to make it look a little bit crispier, but for now I think that's what we're rocking with. That shot's cool. Again, I'm just bringing the cool shots up a track. I like this shot as well. If I can figure out where to place the camera. This street, oh my god, it smelled so good. Nice. We're editing together. I would love to see that when you're finished. I would love to see that if you would like send me the URL or something. We can just vibe out. But in terms of like street photography vibe, like this spot was perfect. And it's gonna look really nice when it's all color graded and said and done. It looks really nice. Malta would be sick. That would be sick to visit. We're getting our hours in right now. Is it Stefan? Am I pronouncing it right? Or is it Steven? Or is it... Yeah, Stefan, Steven. My girlfriend Faith, we had her do some walking. That's a nice shot there. That's a nice shot there. Nice pan up. These are really orange as of now, but once it's edited, it'll be looking nice. It's a nice little postcard shot. This is also nice right here. With the S, it sounds like in professional. I'm from Romania. It's Stefan with the S. That sounds like in professional. Steven. Sorry. Is it with a V, like Steven, or Stefan, with like more F sounding? I turn it off and on, but if I'm in a place like this, I just leave it on, to be honest. and try to capture as much cool stuff as possible. This is kind of cool that we had people running through. Oops. What? Okay, Stefan. Okay. You were here yesterday, right? That's a nice shot. Pan down with the gimbal. This is actually the last couple shots that I actually shot with the gimbal. I just got so sick of lugging it around. And I was like in tight alleyways, and so I just took it off and went handheld. This was like the really cool alleyway in here. Glad I got this shot on a gimbal. It's pretty cool. I've been looking out for people to edit live, and it just popped out in my recommended. And yes, I'm here yesterday. Awesome. Well, eventually I'm gonna be doing like full-on edits. In the past, I've done full-on edits. If you want to check those out too, but yeah, I'm just here to check in every single day and make sure that I'm getting my editing done. And this is a way of me staying accountable. It's like 4:30 p.m. I'm streaming if I'm not filming for work. I had a good amount of trouble with the autofocus, to be honest. I wish it was a little bit better, but ooh, that's gonna be color graded really nice. That's a really nice shot. Once that's color graded, that's gonna be looking nice. Thank you so much. It would have been really fun if I if I streamed that whole process. That would have been interesting. That would have been like crazy if I streamed all that. So many ups and downs with that video. Thank you so much though. Yeah, this is all shot on the ZVE1. This is most likely 12,800 ISO. And oh my god, it looks so nice. Actually, what I'm streaming with, the camera that you see in the stream right now, is the ZVE1. Let's see if I was trying to do a little lower thirds here. How long have you been filming for? How did I get the camera that high? The gimbal. I like really held it up. And also those lights weren't too high up. But this alleyway is just so photogenic. It's beautiful. We have people making us food and stuff, and they're wanting us to hang out and eat at their shop. This guy was a beast. This is a nice shot. Look at this. Very photogenic location and activities. We got fire burning, and also food. I've been shooting on film for a year and then got in the Fujifilm X-T5 in April. I didn't shoot that much though because I had to buy so much unexpected stuff. ND filter, V60 SD card for now. Yeah, there's so much stuff you gotta buy. Yeah, dude, it's a grind. It's a grind, but stick with it. Every job that you get, try to think of like ways of buying something for that purpose, right? Like if you need a tripod for the job, then you know, justify that in what you quote to a client. If you need a tripod in that client shoot, then you know, that's how I acquired a lot of my stuff, is like one thing at a time. Yeah, that's looking nice. So just changing the color temperature, you can see the difference. I want these lights to be white or blue. Honestly, I would rather have them be blue. But for now, just like to color correct, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, sir. The gimbal really helps with that. The gimbal really helps with that. I also got it here. I think he was doing that on purpose. You see him kind of bopping on the stove right there? I think he was trying to put on a show. But dude, it's like never ending. I'm finally getting to the point where I don't really have to buy anything anymore. It's more about like maintaining what I have. But dude, it took me like 4 years. I didn't tell anyone I was filming them this time. I just kind of went for it. It's awkward. They look at you like, what the hell? Just for just for preference, I want the reason why I want it blue is because you're seeing a lot of orange, right? You're seeing a lot of orange. I want to add a complementary color. I don't know why I was blanking on that. Opposite of orange in here, so we could get also like an orange and teal. I could push in blue in the highlights, right? And you get like an interesting contrast between blue and orange. And I like that. I like that a lot. I color grade orange and teal the majority of the time. So like without these, very orange. With them, you get lots of contrast here. But I could actually make it a little bit more like that. Now it's a little bit green, so like you could take green out of the image as well. But I'm not color grading right now. I will be color grading here soon, but you can counteract that green by adding more magenta into the image. But yeah, even when I was seeing it with my eyes, over here was much bluer than what the camera saw. And you could say it was a mistake to leave my white balance so orange like this. You could say it's a mistake, or it could be like a creative decision that you want it to be orange. It was just like very orange there, but really I should have corrected my white balance to look more like this, straight from camera, than this. But sometimes I'm shooting really quickly and I just want to grab the shots while they're there and then just fix it in post. If I was shooting on my Komodo, it would be no problem, right? Because Komodo shoots in RAW and you can change the white balance on Komodos, no problem. Stefan, do you know how to change the white balance in your camera? That's something that I neglected for the longest time. But it's also like so important to do. This is my girlfriend here, Faith, being a beast. She's looking good. Yeah, I would just watch tutorials, as much tutorials as you can. But you do know you just don't do it. Same, dude, same, to be honest. But it's like it's pretty important, I would say. I get lazy because most of the time I shoot in RAW. Don't be afraid of log. Get right into log. It is extremely useful tool. Komodo, so the Red Komodo, it's a cinema camera and it shoots in RAW. I'll actually show you, I have it right here. So this is a Red Komodo. It's a cube. There's a lot of attachments on it, but it's a really fun camera. It's my favorite camera. Favorite camera, it shoots in red RAW, which in RAW you can change things like ISO, white balance after you shot it. And it's just like a really nice codec to work with. When it's all said and done, it's pretty damn heavy. Yeah, no, it's sick. When you got a cinema glass on that, the LiDAR, all that stuff, when all of it's working, you get incredible images from that thing. I'll show you actually, I filmed a Ford Bronco spec, and it was shot all on Red Komodo, and I'll show you that in a couple of days. Once I'm done working on this project, we're gonna work straight on that Ford Bronco. Actually, the Ford Bronco might be quicker. I might work on the Ford Bronco like this Friday. I just landed a campaign with this company called Lens Distortions, which I've been trying to work with them for like maybe two years, and it finally went through today. So it's a small campaign, but the biggest thing is I start a working relationship with them, which is great. It's getting already heavy with the cage ND filter, reduction rings for the lenses. Can't perceive how heavy that is just yet. Let me look up which one that is. You said it was Fuji XT5. I'm almost positive I know what that is, but excuse me. Let's see. Fujifilm XT5. Nice. I want to see what the specs are on this thing. I would say it's hard for me to land sponsorship from my social media posts. The campaign is to create Instagram reels, and this is what I've been looking for. Tamino, how is it going? The footage is right here. Sorry, I'm looking up the T5 that he was talking about. The Fujifilm X-T5 to see what the specs are. I would say it's hard, yes. In this type of gig, what they're literally paying me to make Instagram reels, which has been tough to find sponsorship for, especially since I have a small following. I almost have 4,000 followers, and a lot of these brands are just looking to work with creatives that have a following like above 10,000 or like 100,000. What's up, Steven? Welcome back, my friend. You knew the 4:30 p.m. was happening. Oh, I went to so many places in Tokyo. This particular place is called, let me pull it up somewhere over here. It's right here. Omoidi Yokocho. It's this alleyway with good food, good vibes. It's beautiful. And by the way, I'm almost finished with selects. This is all I have left. I mean, it's still a lot of stuff, but I've done all of this. So I was planning on finishing this up today. Actually, I'll show you red footage right now. I shot this of my buddy. So this is red raw, so it's a little bit different than the other footage. Let me get to a good shot I can show you. Let's just use this as an example. I'm gonna do a very basic color grade. Red, low contrast. Let's do Explorer Teal here. Hopefully you guys can see this well. This is red footage, so it's shot in RAW. You get like so much color detail, and also what you can do is you can go to your RAW settings, change this to clip. You can change the ISO after the fact, after you already shot it. So I kept it at around 12,800. I think that's the proper ISO for the shot. You can also change the color temp if you want it to be like more sunrisey. Boom, that's what you can do. You can change it to 10,000, and straight in camera, you don't have to change your white balance in camera. You can just shoot it and then change it in post. And that's the beauty of raw imaging, shooting in raw. People ask like, why do you want to shoot in raw? That's really why. Yeah, you can change tints and everything. Like, you can go crazy with it. Like, this is a nice look, to be honest. It really looks like sunrise. By the way, this was shot on vintage glass from Russia. Music is a little bit too loud. Thank you for telling me, sir. I will turn that down. Let me know if that's better. So yeah, that is red footage. Tamino, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? Where are you checking in from? Are you a filmer? Are you an editor? Would love to know. But yeah, that's rough for you. But the Komodo, very bulky camera, so like when you're traveling, travel light. I used to try to force these cameras in my travels, and it just like doesn't work out well for you. You want to have something light, portable. affordable if you break it. Unless you have insurance, then it doesn't really matter. So, you know, thank you very much. Let me show you some stuff that we edited yesterday. These are just frames because this is the start of the project. I plan on live streaming every single day on the weekdays from 4 to 6 or 4:45 to 6:45 p.m. Central Time, US time. This is what we shot in China. But these are really just frames. So this was in Hong Kong. This is one frame. We were testing out some different color grades. What we discovered is we really like using the radial blur. So you can see the before and after here. At least I like the radial blur a lot. But it's a very intense look. So when you would want to use this is like a dreamlike state. If you want to showcase a dreamlike state or to give your lenses a little bit more character, you can use it there. Here we used it as well. I think it looks really good in this. There's a lot like happening and going on. But I'm really happy with how a lot of this stuff is looking. And we were messing around with film grain and stuff, and we went to the bamboo forest in Japan. Tokyo, there's so many spots. I wish I could tell you all the places we went to, but I just like can't even remember all the places we went to. But that was I think it was like what is the bamboo forest called? Forgetting. But all of this has a radial blur on it, and I think it looks really nice, in my opinion. I have the shot of me in a field. We got some cool stuff. This was in Osaka. It was a beauty. The shot is a beauty. The colors look so good in this. Was it Japan 1 month ago? Awesome. Where did you go? Where'd you go in Japan? I don't do some speed selects here. I stayed 4 weeks. So we actually started the trip in China. We went on a journey. We went on an adventure for sure. We hiked 70 miles in the Gobi Desert in China. We did this as a event. It's this business called Pro Friction. They hosted a gathering, and I was filming a video for Pro Friction, and also I was filming a video for a shoe company called Ultra. It was really fun. It was one of the hardest things that I've done in a really long time. Having to hike 70 miles and also film at the same time, two campaign videos in 4 days. The 70 miles in 4 days too. It was painful for sure. But Tamino, I want to show you all the cool things that we did in Tokyo, because there's a lot of nice spots that we went to. I'll just show you it briefly here. Give me 1 second. I'm just adding a CST to all of this stuff. So this spot was really cool. This was Takeshita Street, I believe. I haven't finished them yet. Actually, I'm editing the campaign videos is from this project. So we'll see how they turn out. You guys will come with me while I edit all of them. Actually, if you watch the live streams, I'm going to be editing them on stream. But this street is super sick. I love the motion blur. I mean the camera shake here on handheld. It looks like very chaotic, and I love the umbrellas. I liked actually the exposure that I had it at the beginning. I brought the indie filter up, but I like the darkness actually. I'll be able to bring that back. But I went to the street twice actually, because the first time it wasn't raining and I was really looking for it to be raining. And luckily we timed it kind of perfectly when it was raining to get these umbrellas. It's just like such a crazy scene to see all of these umbrellas in one street with this leading line. I actually got this location from a photographer, Pat K. He took some incredible photos here, and I was like, it'll probably look good on video too. So that was the goal, and I think we got some really nice stuff. Look at that. To me, it's a beautiful location in Tokyo. I'll show you some other things. You were in the same street with rain? That's awesome. But again, Stefan, it might be Stefan. I gotta really work on those campaign videos actually. The due dates are like next week. So that's why we're trying to get through all these selects. Let's try to find some other cool spots that I went to in Tokyo. Of course, there's Shibuya's Crossing. Shibuya's. I went to this spot in I'm forgetting the name of it. Soho. It was called the Soho. These are actually apartments in Tokyo, but it was so sick. It was so sick. This is my girlfriend here modeling, looking like a badass. Doing some umbrella tricks. We got some really cool footage here. All of the doors were colored differently, and so it looks really nice on camera. Everything's so uniform and looks sweet. It looks sweet, that's for sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And then we got some of this. You already know I had to get some of this. I think we all jump in this at the end. I think we jump in frame in this or something. Oh, I guess it's just me. We do it here, I think. That's out of focus. That's embarrassing. Steven, he came on the trip with us. Steven's a good friend of mine. He hiked the 70 miles with us. Actually, he's already done it twice. He's a beast. He was helping me film the campaigns, and he helped me film a lot of stuff. Which, by the way, Steven, I might need your help filming some things in the next couple of weeks if you are free. This is gonna be a hyperlapse. We got this by suction cupping our camera to this. There's a window here in between us, but it's gonna look, it's gonna look so nice when it's hyperlapsed. And I will hyperlapse it on stream so you guys can see what I do. Not this stream, unfortunately, but all you gotta do is kind of speed it up, and then, but you can see a lot of rain droplets got got on the window, but we did it on the way back too. And just like you can already, I could already tell that it's gonna be really nice. Hyperlapse, like this stuff, hyperlapse is gonna be so sick. And when it's put in a sequence with movement, it's gonna be looking really nice. Very Sam Colder-esque. It's gonna look nice for sure. I'm getting distracted though. Any cool? Oh, this place was pretty cool. This was the International Forum building in Tokyo. It was a little bit hard for me to film actually. Like I couldn't get it right. They look good vertically, but horizontally, I mean, it looks pretty cool, I would say. I feel like I was a little bit underwhelmed. It looks really good in photos, but like in video, it's a little bit hard. What do you guys think of that? This forum, you think it's cool? I think it's all right. I wish it was a little bit more popping. All right, let's get back to these selects. We're back in the street. I was hoping I could finish these selects so I could edit something on stream today. But yet again, going through selects just takes so much time. It takes so much time. But we're so close. Nice little season shot. Oh yeah, Steven, you have all my footage, right? Nice shot. It's a little out of focus though. Guys, I've been on a new routine where I'm waking up straight at 6 a.m. and trying to stay up the whole day, and trying to have, do you guys know what the Pomodoro technique is? It's a way to stay focused. You do 25 minutes of focused work, then you do 5 minutes of break, and then you do that 4 times. So a total of 100 minutes of focused work with 20 minutes of breaks in total. And I've been trying to do 4 of those, so 4 100-minute sessions of focused work. We're actually doing a Pomodoro right now, but we're also streaming. So I'm trying to get with my my routine, solidify it. Definitely helps to stay disciplined for sure. Because it's time to grow. It's time to grow. I spent too long not producing, and the only reason why I'm not producing is because I'm not spending enough time editing. Trying to do a little motion blur transition here. Isn't it so cool that this music in the background is copyright free? Does the Pomodoro technique work? Is that what you're asking? To me, it does. It works a lot. Like, I'm streaming for 2 hours. It's essentially doing a Pomodoro. So today actually I was a little bit off. I was really tired. Yesterday was a big day. I did 4 Pomodoros, and then I worked out twice. So I did a morning workout. I'm basically mixing in the Pomodoro with 75 hard challenge. Have you guys ever heard of the 75 hard challenge? Cool, we're getting some. That'll be good for movement. Always nice to have this in an edit so you can use with pans and stuff. Yeah. So the 75 hard challenge is you don't drink any alcohol, you exercise twice in a day. One of them has to be outside no matter what the weather is. You have to drink a gallon of water, and you have to read like 20 minutes from a book. And I've never been able to complete it. I'm not really doing it right now, but I've taken parts of the challenge and implemented it into my daily routine. So like for instance, the workout twice a day, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. One workout strength training, another workout cardio or stretching. So cardio such as running, biking, swimming. That's like my cardio workouts. And then strength training, I'm doing like dumbbell. I guess it's not really strength training, it's more like building muscle training. It's dumbbell isolation exercises. But it took a lot out of me yesterday, so I just kind of I've been super tired today. I've probably only done 1 Pomodoro, which is 100 minutes of concentrated work, but we're on a Pomodoro right now. 2 hours of streaming and editing, and hopefully also teaching for anyone who has questions or just hanging out. There's a lot of good shots in here. I'm actually picking like everything. So this is when I started switching it to manual, because I'm handheld now. I have like full control over the focus. You can see focus is not changing as people are walking by. That's what I like. I hate the searching of autofocus. Ooh, that food looks good. I love it when this song comes up. It's like so hype. This video is gonna look really nice. because we have orange over here, we have blue right here, we also have like diffuse steamy look right here. It's a good shot. Yeah, you could see I changed the white balance on these shots compared to the other ones. I don't know, handheld, I just feel like I have so much more control over settings and camera movements, all of that stuff. I feel like I have so much more control over it. Usually I go a little bit faster, but there's like so many good shots. I learned it all by myself.
You brushed me up.
ChatGPT is my best friend right now. If you're not using ChatGPT, please start using ChatGPT. I literally say, "What's up, ChatGPT?" every morning, and it hypes me up to get ready for the day. It knows my schedule. It knows what I want to do in a day. It says, "Here's your day 2 schedule at 7:30. This is what you do." I'll tell you guys my schedule actually. I put a lot of thought into it. Wake up at 6, kind of wake up slowly, get out of bed, and move around until like 6:30. Do my first cardio exercise like 6:30 to 7:30 or 8. Shower, eat breakfast, be done with all of that by 8:30. Start my first Pomodoro at 8:30 a.m. Pomodoros, they last 2 hours because we have 100 minutes of concentrated work, and then we have 20 minutes of breaks. And then after each Pomodoro, you have a 15-minute or like 30-minute longer break to stay sane. So I have Pomodoro at 8:30 to 10:30, a little bit of a break, and then from 10:30, really 10:45 to 12:45, Pomodoro 2. My first Pomodoro, I'm doing sales, outreach, admin stuff for my business. Second Pomodoro, I am doing editing for clients. Third Pomodoro, and then after 12:30, then I do a workout, strength training workout. And that usually lasts until maybe 1:30, and then I eat lunch, either take a shower or not, depending on how hard the workout is. And then eat lunch, and then start again at 1:30, another Pomodoro. This one is for social media or client work, depending if I need to do more client work, editing. As you can see, editing takes up so much of my time. Once that's done, 4:30 rolls around, and that's when I start streaming. So you're seeing me at the end of my day. I get pretty tired around this point in time, and I try to do some creative, fun editing. So like, I would view this as like fun, like going through the Japan footage, Tokyo footage. It's looking like tomorrow I'm actually gonna edit. Instead of today, I said we were gonna edit today, but I didn't realize how much more selects we had. Ooh. The handheld jitter is looking a little bit crazy. Actually, that's a good shot there. Sometimes it's their footage, sometimes it's mine. My workflow at the beginning with all the clips. Okay, so I bring them all into folders. For instance, this is Ultra, which is shoe brand, China, Japan, Pro Friction. I do a timeline, I do selects. So this is my selects timeline. I put them all in the timeline. All of this are clips. And then I mark which one's which. So Gobi, so that is the Gobi Desert. All of this footage is from the Gobi Desert. Was an incredible experience, was crazy out there. We had so many funny things happening. Like, this footage is hilarious, actually. Some of the stuff that's happening in this footage is hilarious. And then I set up different markers and stuff. This guy was awesome, by the way. This guy is such a G. He's a legend. His name was Patrick. He's from Hong Kong. Uncle CH there. All of us got dressed up at the end of this event. It was really good memories. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I put them all in different sections. This is my Hong Kong section. Or no, this is Shanghai. Went to Disney. This is Hong Kong. And then I literally go through everything. I skim everything. And I pick out sections that could be usable in a video. I'm picking a lot. Like, usually I'm a little bit more selective, but I'm kind of on autopilot, so I'm selecting whatever just kind of looks good. This shot's nice right here. Boom. And then once that's done, I put them in a timeline called All Selects. Okay, so these are all the best shots that I have. And you know, this is where I pick from while I edit. So I have this here while I'm editing. Let me make sure my camera's still on. And it makes things so much easier. The more time you put in the front end of your edit, the better it is. Like, the more time you put in the selects process, the better your whole process is gonna be. Like, just put in the work and put in the time, you know? Whenever I'm rushing through all my footage, I usually miss stuff, or like I don't know where clips are, and it's not ideal. So I definitely spend a lot of time on the selects process. And it's kind of good that I'm doing this on stream now, because I don't think I've done a select process on stream yet. So this is me walking through the alleyway. I just need like 2 seconds, hopefully. It says toilet. Here we go. This is good. Nice. I remember all of the smells, all of the smoke, all of the people having a good time. It was a great place in Japan.
I don't think I'm downplaying us to what we had, but I understand. I think
This is for social media content here. It's kind of trying to achieve like a shot where there's like a lot of people and we're weaving in and out. Kind of somewhat chaotic, but turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty good. Okay, so first hour is complete. How about we transition into making something different. Let's make some frames. Like over here. Let's make an Instagram post. Yes, and I'm actually gonna make a course on how you can utilize your all selects from a bunch of different projects in Davinci. So you can bring this timeline into like a montage timeline, and you can use them for well, really, if you watch my live streams, you'll probably be able to figure it out, my process, and don't need the course. But yeah, I like having a timeline with just all of my selects from different projects and making montages from that. So there's a lot of fun shots here. Let's pick some new stuff. So we got bamboo forest. Is there anything else from here that I can add this in there in terms of frames? Will you guys hate me if I do selects this whole stream, or do you guys want to see something new? Bruh, the gesture, what's good? We'll go to bed. It's already Wednesday, 1 a.m. over here. Nice stream. We'll come back definitely. Tamino, thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to check me out on Instagram as well, at Fitzmasterson. I would really appreciate that. And I appreciate you stopping in, bro. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Get some rest. You're leaving right when I start changing up what we're doing. I kind of like this perspective, like being in a car in Tokyo. They have Ubers just like us. I like that frame. I love this shot. All the colors in this and the contrast and light. You're getting contrast in here in the tunnel. His hand, he goes into darkness. I love this. Is one of my favorite shots actually from the trip. Stefan, will you hate me if I keep on doing more selects? I'm almost there. That's all I've been doing on this stream is selects, which is like probably the most boring part. Let's see how much more I got. Oh, I have so much more left. You know what? I think we have enough to make a moments from Tokyo. Let's take some of these longer shots. Like this one's really nice. Finish it. Okay. As long as you don't mind me just like mindlessly going through all of it. Tomorrow, guaranteed, if you come to the stream tomorrow, guaranteed I will edit something. It might be just moving movements, it might be postcards, but it's time to start pumping out content. And so once the selects are done, it's just like editing cool shit from it. That's my main objective. And I appreciate you guys sticking around and chilling. Let's keep each other accountable. We're out here. We're gonna grind. We're gonna produce. We're gonna produce bangers. That's kind of a cool shot. I love movement. I love editing with like matched movement. Like you'll see I have some really cool train shots. Yeah, like that. Let's actually, like, I love movement in edits. Motion blur and movement. It's one of my favorite things to utilize in my edits. For instance, I can whip pan to this, right? Slows down, boom. Goes to the next shot. I could even speed ramp that. And guys, Davinci has a new way of speed ramping. And it's really, really good. Oh, I don't know if it's really good, but it's the way that Premiere does it. And I learned on Premiere. So I have a feeling it's gonna feel a lot more natural than what I've been doing in the past. Time to bring back speed ramps. Thank God. Okay, so that'll be like a postcard from this, one of those moments. Postcard from whatever street this was. So I do like a lot of whip hand movements when I'm in handheld, because you never know how it can transition well from one clip to another. This guy on the moped, dude. That'll be a nice transition from one to the other. So like for instance, this would whip pan and from a down to up, right? And then left to right, something left to right. At least that's what I was trying to do. This one would go from a up to down, stay there, and then a down camera movement transition, whatever that may be. And you want to do these whip hands with like a tight lens, like 85mm. And you get some really nice results. Oh shit. Not that. Japan was so chill. Everyone's just chilling. Yeah. I mean, I just naturally do it. Like, if I see a cool spot, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get some left to right movements. And then, like, left to center, then center to right. I just kind of like... But I don't think as in like, oh, this shot I got 20 minutes ago, I whip pan to the right, so let me whip pan to start the next shot to the right. I just, if If it's a cool shot, I just get some different angles and whip pans motions from it. This could be another postcard clip. These guys just started performing for us in the alleyway. They're great. Very jolly. I felt bad. I didn't have anything to pay them with. That's pretty cool. That's a good postcard shot, I think. Here, I'll play the sound for you guys. And then this other guy next to me starts singing. Who knows what they're actually saying? They're chillers though. DeAndrea, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Did you just tune in? Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? What are you shooting on? Do you shoot? Are you just here chilling? Are you a photographer, videographer? Would love to learn more about you. Good morning, Bayo Productions. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am still doing selects. I said that I would edit something, but here, let's get past the instrumentals. This is the other guy who was singing. I'll show you guys. They were just having a good time. They're just having a good time. I got so many train shots. So many train shots. How's your day going? Bayo, how's your day going? How did it go? How did the afternoon go? I was obsessed with these trains. I was obsessed with how they looked. I was obsessed with going on them. I'm a self-taught cinematographer, filmmaker, shooting with a limit. Oh, S5 is my... I want an S5 2X. I have too many cameras. AKA Big Della. Awesome. I was just scrolling, saw your footage, and I had to stop. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're chilling with us. I love the S5 2X. I love shooting on anamorphic. Bio. Ah. Oh, wait, no. Bio. Okay. Imagine I start calling you Bio. Okay, cool. I'll try to remember that. But you already know I'm gonna use that into transition. I got so much train transition. Nice. What type of restaurant is it? What is your what do you do for work besides filming? Or is it filming? You're filming some stuff tonight. Like that, this little moment here, like right here, could be used for something really cool. DeAndrea, let me show you some frames from this trip that I was just messing with. We used a radial blur on the edges to create a unique look. I'm obsessed with anamorphic, so I shot this on Tamron lenses, so like affordable lenses, but I threw a radial blur here. So this is a before and after. I don't know if you can tell. Let me try to increase the size. You can tell on the edges. It's kind of a drastic change, to be honest. But I really like the look that it creates. It's like this very dreamy. Honestly, anamorphic has a lot of that distortion. Maybe not to that effect. But this is what we were doing yesterday. We were trying to see the difference between radial blur and prism blur. So this is prism blur. It's a lot more chill. It has some chromatic aberration on the edges, which I like. This is what anamorphic glass gives you: chromatic aberration and blur on the edges. And so we were just messing around yesterday with the color grades. I want to try like new things. I want to use these live streams to learn with other people, to try new things, go in my comfort zone, treat it as like a sandbox where I can try things and not be worried about it. This is in Hong Kong, one of my favorite locations ever to shoot in Hong Kong. It's called Monster Apartments in Hong Kong. It was beautiful. We randomly bumped into this girl. She's a photographer, very talented photographer. And I really like the look. I even used it. Actually, I don't think I used it here, but we were also messing with yesterday. We were messing with the film look creator earlier, and we were able to add film grain in here to make it look a little bit more filmic. So we were testing out a bunch of stuff with different frames from Japan. This is Kyoto in Japan. Let me catch up on what you guys are saying. I'm interested in cinema cameras, but I think I might save for a C100 Mark II. Awesome. You were here yesterday, right, Bio? I shoot mainly with the Red Komodo. That's my main cinema camera. Love it. Couldn't speak more highly of it. The fact that it's only $3,000 right now is kind of crazy. It's the same price as an FX3. It's a Mexican restaurant. I'm doing food production, but I have retail job for my safe income. Awesome. That's great. I love Mexican food. It's one of my favorite foods for sure. Fajitas, give me some fajitas, give me some enchiladas. I try to do other like freelance stuff on my free time I have. Yeah, videography is a great side hustle. It's a good little passive side hustle. DeAndrea, thank you very much. Radial seems to add its distortion like a vertical effect for me, and prism seems subtle when you need more blur or separation. I agree. Radial is like pretty intense. It's almost like you're in a dream, right? Like when you use radial, you're like in a dream state. Which when used in the right time, I think would be really cool. But honestly, I like it even just like using it in anything, like on all the footage. I'm a beginner wanting to get into videography and just started editing in Davinci Resolve. Do you have any tips or suggestions? Welcome, Aaron. Thank you so much for uh, hanging out with us. Yes, my tip for you is to film as much as you can. As much as you can. There was a study done. It was actually a professor. He gave two groups of students different the same task but done in a different way. He said at the end of the year, you're going to give me a final portfolio of photos, right? Half of you are going to prepare your whole semester for this portfolio of photos. Like, give me one amazing photo. The rest of you, you're gonna give me a photo every single day. And the group that ended up excelling was the group who were less perfectionists and just went out there and shot photos every single day. By the time that the final came around, the students that had to do it every single day were tremendously better than those who were being selective when they were shooting just the perfect moments, perfect whatever, right? So the fastest and best way I would suggest you for learning is just going out there doing it every day. Of course, watch YouTube tutorials, buy courses. I bought so many courses in the past, so you could also watch my live stream. Shameless plug. But any questions that you have, please feel free to ask me on the live stream, and I'll do my best to answer them. I want to learn and hang out and chill with you guys as much as this is my girlfriend here having a laugh, being goofy. That's my goal for these live streams is to have a place where people can come, hang out, learn, chat about cameras, chat about editing, talk about new gear. And also just talk about life. I recently set up a movie scene in my room and I lit it so well I had people asking, the S5 2X did this. I honestly just laughed because it's definitely the artist. My subs loved it. I honestly just laughed because it's definitely the artist. My subs loved it. That's awesome. I need to check out your videos. And I feel like lighting is everything. I really feel like lighting is everything. I'm really getting into lighting this year. Actually, at the end of this, I lit this scene in my. These scenes were shot on red. I was just messing around with the color grade. I was showing people what raw image can do for you. I was showing them that you can change the color temperature in post-production when you shoot in RAW. So when you're shooting on a regular camera like the S5 2X, or on most cameras like mirrorless cameras, you have to change the white balance while shooting. Yes, I'm actually gonna take a picture of your name right now so I can check out your channel after this. Or if you subscribed, I can find it from there. But I was showing what you can do with raw image. So this was shot on the Red Komodo. The other stuff was shot on the ZV-E1, Sony ZV-E1. But you can change the color temperature, like straight, like pretty much from camera, like. Instead of sorry, after you shoot it, you can go back in it and change the color temp basically for like when you actually shot it. Whereas in other cameras, you have to pick the color temp while you shoot it and it's baked in. Raw image, you can change it, whatever. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And tint, you can change the tint. All this stuff you can change in post. You can change the ISO later if you wanted. Obviously that has a lot of grain and stuff in there, but you can pick what ISO you want later. I just love raw images. I don't know why I got on the tangent. Oh, I lit this through a light out here, giving some hard light, and I lit these other scenes. Let's see. This one may have been lit well. Well, that one's not lit really the greatest, to be honest. Yeah, you got, I mean, honestly, 10-bit's all you need. 10-bit is all you need. The S5 2X is a fantastic camera. Don't get me wrong. And honestly, you can make everything look good with good lighting too. Like if your lighting is good, you're shooting even in like natural light. Like here, let's get to a little bit more exciting place in my selects. We did like a lot of oh, this is actually kind of exciting. This is like look at these shots, guys. This is trains, and oh, you can shoot raw with it. That's awesome. What type of raw is it? Man, I wish I didn't have a smudge on my sensor or something. There's something on my sensor there. Or it might be actually from the window. I was shooting this through a window. Oh, okay. That's nice. Having the capabilities of shooting raw. It's funny you named your camera. I should name my Komodo. No, there's something on my sensor here. Unfortunately, there's like a little smudge on my sensor here. That's annoying. But I love these train shots. Like, they were so fun to capture in Tokyo. Is that a smudge on my... Did you guys see that? I was straight up filming all of these people on the train and did not care. Sorry. Sorry, people, I filmed without your consent. I was shooting 24 frames per second. Let me make sure I was. Yeah, 23.976. Man, I'm so sad that there's a spot right here because I could use this for a lot of different things. I'm trying to build an asset pack right now. Like, yeah, that kind of sucks that there's a spot right there. Look at this. It's crazy, but I love it. Like, it looks so cool in my opinion. It'll be really useful in transitions, having this type of footage. Sorry if also what is the proper terminology I need to use here? Flashing light warning. Lots of flashing lights here. Yeah, guys, right now it's just a select process. I'm sorry, it's kind of tedious. Tomorrow at 4:30 Central, I will be editing some things for social media. And that'll be a little bit more exciting. But feel free to ask me anything about filming. I feel like your camera is like a plant. If you give it importance, it'll be good to you for sure. So name your red, it's important for your workflow. I agree with you. That's like me being nice to ChatGPT. This morning I'm like, what's up, ChatGPT? And it like hypes me up. It's like, good morning, Fitz. You ready to kill it today? So something like that. And it gives me my whole schedule for today. I love ChatGPT. I need to name ChatGPT and tell it what its name is. I'll say, ChatGPT, your name is... I don't know. I don't know what I should name my ChatGPT. FitzGPT. Maybe I'll name it Dion GPT. So this is kind of like this will be kind of like an artistic little. Obviously, like these clips are kind of crazy, but they'll be used tastefully in different shots. After this, I recommend you check out my most recent video called Pressure. It was I guess it's I mean it's a short. I wouldn't call it necessarily like a short film, but I'm calling it a short film. It's like 3 minutes. I spent a month on it. Lit a lot of the scenes. I had a crew, I had a DP, I had a gaffer, I had a first AC helped me with it was like my first crew video, and so I would call it a short film. It actually won first place in the Colder Creative competition. Colder Creative is a travel filmmaking group. I've been competing in that competition for 4 years. And the first 2 years I didn't place at all. The third year I got 8th, and then the fourth this year I got first finally. So it was like huge moment for me. But yeah, that film is on my YouTube channel right now. I recommend you guys to please check that out and let me know what you guys think. It's pretty moody, it's pretty dark. Goes through my childhood traumas, so it's an interesting one for sure. Who doesn't have some sort of trauma in their life? And if you don't, then you're a very lucky person. These reflections are gonna be sick. I wonder if they knew I was filming them. Yo, I do have a tip for you, actually. Perry, it looks like Perry because your image looks like Perry the Platypus. Welcome, by the way. Thank you so much for joining. I do have tips for you. Let me show you. This is my favorite tip right now. Okay, I'm giving you one tip. If you want to make your lenses look vintage or like anamorphic, you can use an effect called prism blur. or a radial blur. Right now, it's a radial blur. I'll show you before and after. Okay, so this is with nothing on it, and then when you add the radial blur, you get yourself kind of a dreamy look, distorted look. You could even, you know, treat this as like an like a replacement for an anamorphic lens. I don't know why I'm blanking right now. This is prism blur. So you have blurriness right here and you have chromatic aberration on the corners. This is more of like a vintage lens look, and honestly it's a anamorphic look as well. Both of them add, I think, a lot to the image if you're going for that. And I added it using a mask. So it's totally masked out, and I inverted the mask. In this I did. So I was testing it in different footage. So like this, it's added. This next shot is added. It's added here. When he pours it in the water, it's added there. It's added here. The radial is added. It looks pretty crazy here. But gets you really honed in this circle, this beautiful tree right here. I added it in this as well. You get radial here. And again, this is my Russian friend that I met randomly at the same spot. She was a photographer. She was really dope. She was really talented. This one has nothing on it, but it has film grain on it. This has radial blur on it here. So that is my tip for color grading, is to add some little spice to your lenses, especially if you're using photography lenses. If you don't have the budget for vintage glass or anamorphic glass, you can add some distortion on the edges. Thing that you'd be missing is like spherical bokeh, which I really love. It's spherical bokeh, but here I added it as well. All these shots I added it here and here. You can really tell here, which I love this. This is like a memory, like from the past. This poor family got subjected to my camera, and they have nothing to say about it. They were in the wrong place, wrong time, and I filmed them without their consent. So I shouldn't be saying that on live stream, actually. I might get in trouble for that. But you can see on the edges, the radial blur is really nice. In my opinion, I think it looks cool. But I'll show you my process real quick, since you asked. Okay. So first things first. Yeah, like if you're tripping out, yeah. I agree. A vague memory, some sort of delusion. So what I did for color grading is first I converted this to Rec 709. So let me show you what I did here. I used a color space transform. I did Sony S Gamma 3 Cine, Sony S Log 3, Rec 709, Gamma 2.4. You can even be even more try hard if you wanted. You could put a CST at the beginning here and change it to Davinci wide gamut instead of sRGB, I think, or something like that, and then convert it back to Rec 709. Essentially, the beginning would convert from S-Log 3 to Davinci wide gamut, then Davinci wide gamut to Rec 709. But I'm not being try hard in this, so I just did a color space transform, and so you're getting your image to look what it looks like in camera, essentially like natural. You can add a LUT in there, but obviously you want to like color correct and stuff, which I didn't do. I like the color. I like how green it is. So I added a LUT to make it a little bit more teal looking. And then I added my radial blur Actually, that's prism blur. I added my radial blur here. And I also messed with the colors. So this, I went over here and I changed. Actually, I didn't change any of it. But if you want to change it, make the bamboo forest purple, go ahead. You can make it whatever you wanted to make it in this little thing. This thing is powerful, by the way. I'm using the ZVE1. It is my travel camera. I'll make lots of videos about the ZVE1 if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Shameless plug at Fitzmasterson. And also I'll be posting on YouTube consistently this year, especially in June. I'm gonna be posting once or twice a month. Guaranteed. It's done deal. But I'm using the ZVE1, which the reason why I am for travel is I needed something super, super light, super powerful, 10-bit, 4K. It shoots 4K 120, full frame, 10-bit, has dual base ISO 640 and 12,800. It's a little beast of a camera, and I paired it with some Tamron lenses, which the Tamron lenses are very affordable. I got them on Facebook Marketplace for like $600 a pop. And so all of this footage is shot on that. And I love it. I love it a lot. Look at this shot. Oh my God, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The colors, all the blues and orange and rusty, nasty stuff looks so good. The red, the shadow, I love it. I can't believe I'm not done with these selects, guys. I've been doing selects for freaking days. Look how much footage there is, though. So much footage. I've been doing selects for days. DeAndrea, thank you so much. I can honestly see why you won first place. Pressure is amazing. That water scene was so sick. The transitions to anamorphic flare. My geesh, that was wonderful to watch. How long did it take you to film? First of all, thank you very, very much, DeAndrea. Thank you very, very much. That's great to hear. The water scene was all of that water stuff was tremendously hard. Because I would be like upside down in the water, and then all of the water would go straight up my nose and get in my sinuses, and it was a disaster. I mean, I probably had to flip over like 100 times in the water to get those shots. So it's great that you're liking the water scenes. Yeah, it was shot mainly on anamorphic. So shot on the Red Komodo 2x Kato anamorphic lenses, beautiful lenses. It took me, that's kind of a loaded question because there's a lot of stuff like the Norway footage that I shot way before that film in the same year. I shot that in February. I filmed Pressure in January of the next year. So February 2024. And then I filmed the rest of it in January 2025. And so I guess you could say it took me a year, but like the main shots that I used to supplement the travel videos was in 1 month. So I had 1 month. I'm actually gonna make a whole video about like what Colder Creative means to me and why I tried so hard for 4 years to win that competition. Sam Colder is my biggest inspiration in the space. He's the one who got me into filmmaking. And yeah, I'm gonna make lots of videos in the future talking about it. So I would really appreciate you guys to give that a look when it comes out. I'm gonna work really hard this year to finally be consistent on YouTube. I'm making a big push this year. What camera do you recommend for starting cinematography / film making for a beginner? I'm a photographer and I use Canon, but I know it's not preferred for filmmaking cinematography. I say the best way for cinematography is to film with what you have. But at the same time, if you're wanting a really good bang for your buck, honestly, Sony ZV-E1 is really good. The S5 II, Panasonic DeAndrea, she can, or he, sorry, I'm not sure if it's he or she. I can't tell from the photo, DeAndrea. It's so small. But based on the name, if I'm saying it correctly, I'm assuming she can tell you about the S5 IIX. I'm sorry if you're a guy as well. It's really hard to tell through these small little images. I can't really get a good picture. But S5 IIX is really good. Okay, nice. I was right. Thank goodness. That's really good camera. What else is... Obviously, the Sony FX3 is a beast if you have the money, or if Sony goes on sale, like does a big sale. I would say for entry cinema camera, I would go maybe like the Pixis, or really the Komodo is really good. They just dropped the price from $6,000 to $3,000. It's a beast of a camera. It's my favorite camera. So I'm a big Red advocate, but in the past, Red has been inaccessible because of how expensive it is. But now it is very accessible. Well, I wouldn't say very. 3,000 is still a lot of money, but in terms of like it's what you get for it, 16 stops of dynamic range, raw shooting, global shutter, Red Komodos is top notch. I like, in terms of Canon, I like the R5C, I like the R5 Mark II, but if I were you and you're really wanting to get into filmmaking, I would get entry good, honestly, Sony camera. I own the R's. I started with Canon. I love Canon for photography. I love Canon colors. For video, it just wasn't doing it for me. The low light wasn't good enough. The image stabilization was really frustrating. So I would recommend Panasonic or Sony to you. Honestly, Fujifilm has been going crazy as well with their cameras. Their cameras are really good as well. Here's another group of people I've sniped with my camera without them knowing. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. Yes, I can tell all the various stages. Your hair tells a story. Honestly, condolences for your loss in the same amazing video. Thank you very much. Yeah, I had to shave my head off. I was like, I gotta do something different. I gotta show that I care. I care about this competition. I'm gonna shave my whole freaking head off. No, seriously, I appreciate that you spent the time and you watched it and you appreciated it for what it was. I'm very, very grateful to have you in here and hanging out. Cinematography isn't about the camera at all. I would say learn what cinematography is first. Facts. You got me. Facts. That's what I should have told you. I sort of said that. I said it's about what you have. But yeah, I mean, framing, lighting, all that stuff is extremely important. It's also nice to have a fun camera. Well, you know, art is very subjective, right? just because the quality may be not up to your standard in terms of like, as long as the story is there and it's shot well, you'll be good. But I agree. I agree. I'm I'm very much kind of like a gearhead too. So it's like I understand you want to have like the best looking image possible. That's always a benefit, right? Like there is certain things that the Red Komodo can do that a Rebel T5 or a T8 unfortunately can't do. But still, that doesn't mean you can't be a good cinematographer with a Rebel T8, and that doesn't mean you can't make an amazing film with the Rebel T8 either. So all of these shots are going to be used in movement, like when I'm wanting to showcase a lot of movement. And honestly, this song is perfect for this right now because I would be using something really flowy like this. Exactly. Perry the platypus, exactly. I'm assuming that's what your name is, right? The W is supposed to be like an E because you're looks like the photo of is see this I can actually see it's a platypus for sure. I have been filming since 2019 and it is my full-time job. I actually started a production company 2 years ago. I'm still a one-man show, but I get to work with some really cool and talented people. And I'm looking forward to, oh my god, I just love it. I love the motion. I think this is a good kind of stopping point in terms of I was really wanting to get through the selects today. We have just a bit more to go, but let me show you guys some of the cool shots from here. We went to a food market. We went to a food market and it was really vibey. We got to try a lot of cool food. Faith was extremely happy to be here. This was Wagyu beef skewers. Perry was taken, yeah. I'm sure that's one that's very hard to find. So the selects that are left is this food market. We did a lot of like Instagram shots on this. Some frozen grapes. We did the classic leading the arm through the street shot. The J. Alvarez shot. But I would say I was really lucky that I discovered that I liked filmmaking in college. I didn't want to go to college. I was very kind of bummed out what I was doing. I was lucky enough to go to college. I mean, it's a blessing to go to college and get a degree and get through it. But also I did not like what I was doing. I was studying geology, which I liked geology a lot. It just wasn't for me. I wanted to travel. I wanted to find something creative. I wanted to have more freedom. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so filmmaking was exactly... We did some Naruto running here. Filmmaking kind of fell in my lap. I saw the video Hey Tim by Sam Colder. It's full circle. Depends. It depends what the shot is. Sorry. I saw a video by Sam Colder called Hey Tim. I saw that. I resonated with it so much. And I was like, this is exactly what I want to do with my life. Put my head down and just taught myself everything that I could. Bought a bunch of courses. I'm in Coulter Creative. I've been a student of in his masterclass for a while. Competed 4 years. All that stuff. Full circle moment. Was able to win it this year, and so it's just been like a full circle kind of thing that's happened recently, which has given me so much happiness, confidence, lots of it feels like everything worked out, you know. It felt nice that I got that recognition, because for many years I didn't get any recognition at all, and a lot of people don't. A lot of great artists do not get recognition for a really long time. Not calling myself a great artist. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to get recognition in this space for sure. Do you actively shoot in autofocus or manual focus? It really depends on what I'm doing. Like, if somebody's hand is in the frame, like, let me try to find an example. Like, this is a perfect example. This shot here. I should be shooting this in manual focus. I believe it's in autofocus. But if it's like a set movement and you don't want your focus breathing, like seeking, hunting, focus hunting, not focus breathing, focus hunting, then you should keep it on manual focus. My ZVE one, I keep on autofocus all the time. My Komodo, I keep on manual focus all the time. I did not go to film school. Self-taught, YouTube taught, other people's courses taught, and I was telling other people, it's like, just go out there and do it. Like, put your head down and just practice and learn, and like, just grind. Like, grind for yourself, grind for your financial freedom, grind for your creative freedom. Just do it until you can't, like, until your back is fully against the wall and you can't do anything. Yeah, the film space is definitely saturated for sure. Content creation for sure has boomed. But also, what's amazing about right now is like every single business needs video right now. Like, they need marketing. And so there's so much. The reason why it's so many people in it is because there's so much opportunity too. Like, every single business can benefit from a video showcasing their business, or connecting with their audience, or selling more products, or training their employees. Every business needs it. Every single one. And so it's like, I feel okay knowing that there's so many people in this space, because there's lots to eat from for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of people give up too. I have a feeling that you'll see a lot of people give it up due to AI and all that stuff. It's probably gonna shake out a lot of people, because they'll be discouraged. They'll be like, "Damn, AI just took my job." But you gotta be able to reinvent yourself, reinvent your process, utilize AI in your films, or in your scripting, or your storyboarding. Utilize it some way. I think that's extremely important. What are some of your favorite films that might have helped inspire you? Anything Christopher Nolan. Anything Christopher Nolan. He is a legendary director in my eyes, and I take a lot of inspiration from his stuff. Inception, Oppenheimer, even The Dark Knight, stuff like that. I love the dark, moody vibes. Who else? I love, like, I think he did Interstellar as well. I think he's just like such a phenomenal person. In Pressure, actually, I took a lot of inspiration from Harry Potter, funny enough. That's one of my all-time favorite series of movies. Yeah, Interstellar is so good. Um, let's think of some movies recently that I liked. I liked Nora. Um, I love the anamorphic lenses on Nora. They're so nice. Um, what else? I'm gonna move this frame so it's not just me in the frame. Um, what are y'all's favorite movies? Give me a list of movies that I should watch like ASAP. I could even watch it tonight. I used to be a big fan of horror movies, not so much anymore, but I love zombie movies. I'm excited for 28 Years Later that's out right now. I still haven't seen Sinners. Whiplash. Yeah, dude. Or Perry, I don't want to assume your gender. Maybe you're not a dude. I think Whiplash was an incredible movie. That's probably one of my favorites as well. In terms of like instrument movies, Whiplash for sure is up there for sure. Who directed Whiplash? The Prestige. I love The Prestige. I'm pretty sure that's yes, dude. Pressure. My short film. I actually took frames from the Batman and I used that as inspiration. I'm gonna make a video on all the inspiration that I got from other movies and shows. I got a ton of inspiration from the show called Arcane. It was an animated series. It's like a League of Legends series. I took so much inspiration from that, and it was great. The Last of Us. Yes, I've only seen the first season. How's the second season? Is it good? Living up to the hype? I've heard a lot of people are dropping out, not watching it anymore, unfortunately. Also, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping in and staying. Stefan, the fact that you're still here is fantastic. I appreciate you so much. It definitely makes it way more fun when people are like actually communicating in the chat. It definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable for me, so I'm not just like editing by myself for sure. And it's fun hearing y'all's favorite movies and stuff like that, learning more about you. Perry, is Whiplash one of your favorite movies? And I gotta go back to The Last of Us and watch how it was filmed, because I'm not even really remembering how it was filmed. Yeah, I do that too. I think that it's important to like pay attention to that for sure. I've been able to discern what type of lenses they've, shot something with, from just looking at it, which was crazy because I've never, obviously, like anamorphic flare, not like the particular lenses, but like if it was shot on anamorphic or spherical, I can almost spot that immediately now, which is like awesome. And also like lighting, seeing how people lit things, and yeah, definitely like the way the DP films for sure. I agree. Like if the handheld or like even the set design, all of it's like so much more interesting now that we kind of understand filmmaking. Yeah, the intensity is so good, and also it's like very powerful. Like it's about a very young guy who's just extremely in love with what he does and ambitious, and nothing's gonna stop him to reach his goals. I actually feel that way a little bit myself. of how I feel about filmmaking and all this stuff is like I put away so much aside to try to be the best that I can be. So I get a lot of inspo from Whiplash actually, as well as like he was kind of a you could kind of judge him of being like shitty. He was like a shitty person to other people, right? But he was just giving it 100% to what he loved and his passion. And so, well, Perry, I can help you. I can help you. Are you editing in Davinci? I'm definitely gonna do color grading sessions for sure. I'm not a colorist, but I can definitely have give you some advice. Blur Vision, welcome back. So funny you ask, because the edit is still at 0. So I've been doing selects like crazy today and it's still not done. It's just taking so long. I've literally worked maybe like 6 to 8 hours today on just selects and it's still not done. We added a couple more frames in here from yesterday. Maybe just this one. But I was showing a lot of people the footage that we were able to get. But it's still not done. We're very close. Tomorrow guaranteed the selects will be done and we can get creative with editing, and we're going to start posting on Instagram, and we'll make these campaigns as well. This is footage from the brand campaign that I was doing for Ultra. We're going to do all of this, and it's every day. I'm not going to stop. 4:30 to 6:30. It is 6:42 right now, guys, so I'm actually getting ready to log off here. Yes, the problem from yesterday is fixed. The SSD is not messing up at all, which is good. Yeah, that was funny yesterday. I was having a problem and a chatter came in and was like, we didn't come here to see like media offline. Like, we didn't come here to see you not do anything. And he's like, why aren't you talking? It's just funny. There's some trolls out there for sure. What should I do if my camera doesn't support S-Log? Are you shooting in log in general in Perry?
Friend, I understand this much.
This is my outro.
You crushed me open.
What are you? You're shooting on Canon, correct? Do you have C-Log? C-Log 3, C-Log anything? Or are you shooting on natural? Like, just like the normal picture profile? I'll just hang out for a minute, see what's going on in chat. Can you guys even see that? C-Log. So you need to convert your footage. Are you converting it from C-Log to Rec 709? It's a little bit too big. Because you need to convert it from C-Log to Rec 709. Okay, I think I see what you're asking me, actually. Let me pull it up. Okay, let me show you. When you're shooting in C-Log, what you can do... you're saying no, you haven't converted it to Rec 709. So what you do is you go in your input color space on your color space transform, you're either Canon, yeah, you're probably Canon Cinema Gamut, and if you're not, you need to look up the settings of what your picture profile or your color space is. Sorry, your color space. You click on Canon Cinema Gamut, and you click on Canon log, whatever you are, 3, 2, or 1, like C log 3 or something, C log 2. You're probably C log 3 if I were to assume. Then convert to Rec 709 and then Gamma 2.4. Also, guys, a little something that's very important is go to your color management and change your timeline color space to if you're editing on Mac at least, to Rec 709A, output color space Rec 709A. This will ensure that your exported video is the same, very close to what you actually edited, what you're seeing on screen. Make sure that that's happening if you're editing on a Mac. Any last questions? Any last questions? I'm about to pull up my outro. If not, Blur Vision, please come back tomorrow. And guess what? We're editing tomorrow. I know I said that yesterday, but there's no way that we're not editing tomorrow. There's no way. I'm going to get it done. I had some calls today that kind of took up a long time. Any last question, guys? Guys and girls? Perry, I'm streaming every single day on weekdays from 4:45 Central Time, USA, to 6:45 USA time. I appreciate you coming in the chat, hanging out. I will teach you as much as I can while I color grade. I will be doing a lot of color grading on the stream for sure. So definitely come hang. And also, guys, if you enjoyed this live stream, please subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you guys for hanging out. And we're going to make some really cool stuff in the future. And I want us to learn together. We can even watch YouTube videos together about how to do different things and progress together in this creative journey. I know it's difficult to stay motivated and continuously learning. So I appreciate you guys a lot, and it's been really fun live streaming, especially when people are like communicating in the chat. It's like makes it so much more fun. So anyways, have a great day, guys. I'm gonna play my outro. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Today I depart. Meet the grand anatomy like a breeze curled in the embrace of the world's tepid branches. Think my father sung to a bird, the song unwritten, two mouths opening, closing to one another. And I will think my waltz to you, how it ripples and writhes in dim evening glow. This is how I write it, back and forth, triple time. How nobody writes a love song since.